Hey, I'm Aditi.
And I'm Asha. Welcome back to the Natable podcast.
Today, we are keeping it real, talking about food myths, healthy eating, and what really works.
Let's clear up the confusion one bite at a time. So, what common nutrition myth did we believe in before starting Natable?
So, I think before starting Natable, we also always thought that packaged food is bad, anything out of a packet is not healthy, and if the shelf life is more than 100%, there are preservatives added to it. But as we got into the process of devising our products, we realized the process of increasing the shelf life through things like dehydrating and extrusion.
I think so, yeah, that's when we really realized that not every packaged food needs a preservative. We can curate a preservative free packaged food.
And increasing the shelf life also through dehydration. So the next one actually we can also resonate with is, what's a traditional Indian snack you think deserves a healthful comeback?
I think chilas were I remember as a kid also being used quite often, being given as a snack and as a breakfast item. But it was quite the normal one, the boring one,
the boring
or two
ones.
styles of flavors which we had all the time. So I think chila is a nice comeback, which I feel with different twists can be used. And also since it's gluten free, a lot of people these days are being very sensitive to gluten and are getting aware about these things. So I think chila is a good comeback.
And I also feel that because the kind of mix we've created, it's very versatile also. You can use it as waffles, pancakes, appe, handwa,
Wraps.
pizzas, wraps, so many things. Lots of labels have diet written on it. So do you think it guarantees health?
Definitely not. I think that is the biggest myth that we all had. And probably all thanks to Label Padega India campaign that's going on, we've been able to, people are getting more aware. So I think the better thing is to read the ingredients behind any packet, and then you understand whether it is actually healthy for you or no. Because a lot of people do these
Absolutely.
gimmicks, just for sales, for marketing. They do have these gimmicks.
But
Yeah.
definitely read the labels, read the ingredients, read the nutrition facts.
Yes. Label Padega India, tabhi badhega
Badhega
India.
India.
So I think earlier it was quite, like a myth probably, or people just felt that protein intake is only for people who go to the gym. So what do you think about that? So I think, Aditi, for the longest time, even what I knew was that protein intake is mainly for people who go to the gym. But I think now the mindset has changed a bit.
Yeah, I think because people also promote it, with a protein shake in their hand and everything, that, gym goers require a lot of protein. That is true also that gym goers require a lot of protein. But that doesn't mean that, everyone else doesn't. The children need protein for their growth and development. The adults need protein for their muscle growth and repair. And the elderlies need protein to prevent muscle loss. So basically, all age groups require protein in the right proportion and quantity, because if you have excessive protein, that is also not good for your health. You will require a lot of fiber to actually cut down that protein also.
Yeah. So I think for your body, like for your body weight, each kilogram, how much ever you weigh, that much gram of protein you're supposed to take every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like suppose if you weigh 50 kgs, you need 50 grams of protein per day.
Yeah.
Can you share a surprising fact about one of your ingredients?
Surprising, I would say probably yes, for millets. I think the most surprising that even we realized was that millet is a very climate friendly ingredient, and it is better for our planet. So it's good, dense in nutrition as well. And being climate friendly, I feel it should be more and more used in our products.
Absolutely.
And it's also been an ancient grain,
Yes.
which was lost in the middle, but now it's come back.
Come back to glory. Yeah.
How do you balance taste and health in your products?
Yes, that was extremely tricky for us also, how to balance taste and health, because I'm sure that even if you pick up a healthy product, if you don't find it tasty, you will avoid eating it, right? Or some probably a nutritionist will sit on your head to actually eat it. That's why you're eating it, but you will not eat it out of your will. But we have tried to devise products which are healthy and tasty both. We have chosen things like noodles, which you actually, when you have noodles from Natable, you're going to forget the regular maida noodles. Then chila mixes, it comes in different flavors like achari, peri peri, Thai chili. Even our puffs are in flavors of cheese, jalapeno, and dahi papri flavor. So, you're going to enjoy every product that we curate, because we keep this in our mind also while curating the products, that we should not compromise on taste and health both.
Absolutely. So, what do you think, Aditi? Is millets just for the elderly?
I don't think millet is just for the elderlies. It is definitely an ancient grain which has come back to its glory, since it has become very famous with the Gen Z and the millennials. Because it is gut friendly, healthy, gluten free, and also climate friendly.
So can we say that for each age group, like for children, maybe it's very good in high in protein. For adults, it helps you in weight management. It keeps your energy level high. And for the elderly, it can help them with their digestion. So it's easy to digest. So it's better for their gut health also.
Absolutely. And also, while you grow millets, you don't need to use any pesticides in it. So hence, it is gaining a lot of popularity now.
Sweet or savory snacks?
Savory.
Savory.
Favorite childhood snacks?
The
Orange cream biscuits.
One food you had never give up?
Dal chawal.
Chaat all the way. Pani puri.
Late night craving, healthy or indulgent?
Indulgent can be healthy too.
Yes. Indulgence, but with health.